Hi everyone. I just had some technical issues, so if anyone's jumping on, hello. I hope this is coming up the right way. I just had some issues with my phone, so hopefully this will all make sense. But I am going to do some writing and go through. I'll just double check. I think Sied might be online there. Is that coming across? So you can read it or back the front? If someone could let me know, that would be great. Technology is not my friend, but I have some better lighting today. Awesome. Which is very exciting. Thank you so much. So welcome. Hi guys again. It's Emma here from Ungex, talking all things demotics and Ungex as I do. So thank you for always tuning in and watching me. Welcome to any new people that haven't seen any of our videos, and if you've happened to jump on live or you're watching this back again later, it's later in the evening for us in Australia here, so I thought I might try and target you guys in Europe. I know the time differences are always a bit hard to try and get everyone online live as well. So, please feel free, if you're tuning in, please feel free to jump on and ask any questions you may have. I go over what demodex mites are. Really, today I'm going to talk about their life cycles again. I have touched on them in a lot of my previous videos, so that's probably, if anything, that's a big part of our job, is really making people, educating everyone about demodex mites, because of that continuous lack of awareness of how to treat them effectively and so many problems they cause. So if you're new here, demodex mites, skin mites, it is very real. When I first started, I was like, what? Skin mites? That's not a thing. Well, it is. It's a very global issue, to be honest. Us at Ungex, we have so many people that are ringing up talking to us about their skin problems, so they can cause a lot of issues. Demodex themselves are a microscopic parasite, so this is what they actually look like under the microscope. They're absolutely horrible. So when they're in a low populations, they don't really cause a lot of issues at all, because they are microscopic. So you've got to remember, even though that looks massive there, but to the naked eye, you can't really see them at all because they are super, super tiny. One way to find out is you can get a microscopic test done, just a simple skin scrape. We do them in our head office in Melbourne, Australia. So I know a lot of people wanted to send me bags of bugs, but unfortunately, it's a thing to be done live in the office. And I'm sure over in the United States, we've got a lot of customers over there. So you can go to your dermatologist or professionals, skincare professionals, and ask for a microscopic sample, and it's really straightforward. Unfortunately, we're still getting out of lockdown here, so any Aussies that want to come in for a microscopic test to see that you potentially might have this going on. A big reason why this might come up in your microscopic test is that you have had itching, creepy crawly. That is a #1 indication that they are present, and they are in high populations. So, like anything, it's not so much of a problem when they're not in high populations, but when there's a heap of them all together in areas, that's when they cause a lot of problems. So if you've had any ongoing is a very big, important word. So if you have had ongoing skin issues, that's #1. And such as I said, itching, redness, inflammation of the skin, acne, blepharitis, I never know how to spell or say that, hair loss, flaking of the scalp, dandruff, especially this itchiness, because this is my little drawing here. So if you've had any of these issues that may have started out just really quite minor, you know, you may have gone to treat this stuff, of course. You know, that's not so, you know, you're thinking, oh, I've got some acne that's flared up, as well as, oh, there's so many more. Inflammation, blepharitis, flaking of the scalp, dandruff, aging of the skin they can cause. I mean, we all age naturally, but they do dig, they do burrow into the skin. If you're feeling any biting sensations as well, dry skin, really severe dry skin. There's so many problems, simply because, so how Demodex behave is that this is a little cross-section I like to draw of a hair follicle, which you can't even see, so that's redundant. So I just realized that was totally out of shot. So they can cause a lot of these ongoing skin problems. So essentially what happens with Demodex, they are the most active at nighttime. So nighttime is when they are like vampires. That is their right time. That's the time when they come out on the skin. So if you have been experiencing a lot of these problems throughout the night, that is another big indication that they're present. You can also take our online quiz as well, which is like 5 to 10 minutes. If you go on www.ungexau.com, we ask it just a simple, it's a questionnaire. So from that, we ask, you know, what you're using on your skin. What your skin is like. If it's dry, more oilier. Also what your symptoms are and what your environment you're living in. So the main reason, and we ask all these questions from this quiz, essentially what you're doing may be causing higher populations of them, because what happens is they come out at night and that's when they are the most active. At night, right? So that's when, this is a hair follicle, and this is all our good, you can see it. So this stuff is called sebum, and that is our oil. So this is the number one source of food. This is their gold. This is their quintessence. So they actually come out at night and do all their mating, all their breeding. They have a field day on your skin, whilst also eating away all of this good sebum, eating away at all your good hair follicles and leaving them really just destroyed, basically. So what happens is they come out at night to the surface and do all this horrible stuff, and then they lay their eggs back deep in these hair follicles. So, you know, you've got to remember there's like probably 1,000 on the surface of your skin causing all these problems. It's not to say they don't like sunlight, so they do hide away under these hair follicles throughout the day, so they're not as prominent throughout the day. It's not to say you mightn't still have sensations throughout the day, but they are most active at night, and that's when they cause all this damage essentially. And then they lay these eggs back in these hair follicles, which is really messed up. So a lot of people, from this quiz, we ask you about what's going on, because potentially, what you're doing to your skin could be aiding these populations. That is, the biggest part of my role, is that we give you all this information to why these have gotten out of control. Like, a lot of people ask me, I'm just giving things a squirt here. How did I actually get to this point where, I've been trying to, you've probably been trying to self-manage the problem. And you've probably been trying topical creams, sulfur soaps, tea tree oil. We've heard it all. Bleach bars, or a combination of a variety of things. So simply because of this lack of awareness, as I said, you've probably been to dermatologists, you've probably been to your specialist, and, you get told that it's all in your head. Essentially, specialists, they just see you as, okay, you've got acne. Okay, you've got eczema. So they just actually see symptoms. They just see symptoms. They don't see this. They don't see this horrible, horrible, horrible mite. Skin mites. They're so hard to treat. It's almost like they put you in the too hard basket, because they know that they're really hard to get rid of, essentially. So, a lot of people I know go get this stuff to treat these symptoms, but it's not getting to the root of the problem, which is this. So a lot of topical creams, this stuff, while it can really give your skin a blast of chemicals, right? So that's a really big Demodex I drew. Let's draw a couple more. That's one that's been feeding for years. They do live. They eat and eat and eat. Their life cycle is 14 days. So they do eat and eat and eat and essentially explode. So that bacteria that is released is also causing problems as well. So what I was saying is that, a lot of this stuff can manage these symptoms, but it's not getting to the root of the problem. So especially with, like, I know everyone I speak to, you're going to go try a course of topical ointment, which is all well and good. But generally what we find is that this stuff, topical ointments, they only may get you, especially if you've got a really large infestation. If you've got head to toe problems and using a topical cream, that's probably only going to work for 1 to 2 months, maybe. And what we find is the reason why this stops working is because essentially it's killed some off the surface, right? So it's killed some, it's given you some relief, which is amazing. And you're still putting that cream on. So the thing is with creams, right? Moisturizers, shampoos, they just have makeups, powders. They just have a small percentage of oil. And as I said, it's not that hard, guys. I mean, this oil is their source of food. That is their food. So from our quiz that that questionnaire, we're asking what you're putting on your skin, because that can really, without even realizing it, if you've been using this stuff for a number of years, you've probably aided these populations. I've spoken about it a lot. So, you know, it's understandable why a lot of this stuff doesn't give you a long-term result, essentially. So what I find is that a lot of people, you know, you're unfortunately trying to self-manage, as I said. And essentially, you know, what happens is with all these creams and oils and all that stuff, they actually do build up a resistance to topical creams because they are super hard. I feel like once, I don't know, if the world ends, there's just going to be Demodex everywhere. This is a terrible... My drawings of Demodex are just getting more interesting by the day. They're so horrible. So you're trying to self-manage, you know, and essentially you've probably been on a horrible cycle, like just trying to get off this wheel of trying to kill them with these topical ointments, trying to kill them with sulfur-based products. But essentially, sulfur-based tea tree oil, all this stuff just really damages the skin. So, you know, you're doing actually more harm than good. Damaged skin, you know, if your skin is really dried out, especially from tea tree oil, long-term use of tea tree oil really dries the skin out. Also fries, because it is known for its super, super great mite-killing properties, and it is known to kill things off the skin. But our skin can't tolerate this, you know. It's much like our skin isn't made for pesticides. You know, if you are doing all this stuff, I hear it all the time, like, amazing for you for tolerating that, but you're just continuously making this so much worse for yourself. So the life cycle of them, so it takes about 2 weeks for the eggs to hatch and then reach the surface as well. So essentially, as I said, these topical ointments, they just work for a short time, but again, by the time, you know, you've killed some populations off the surface, in 2 to 3 weeks time, those eggs have hatched again, and you've just got this continuous cycle. And accompanied with everything else you're potentially been trying or self-manage, it's just you kind of go ahead and then you fall back and then you go ahead. So you're just on this constant, you know, you're on this Demodex loop. Really. And again, just a lot of stuff can really feed them without even realizing. Your immune system is really important. We ask that from the quiz. So we ask all those questions from the quiz just to determine, like, just what's going on may be aiding these populations. He just keeps getting bigger by the day because he's eating heaps of oils from heaps of creams you're putting on. So again, topical ointments, what happens is it works for a little bit, but the other guys, they kind of see, oh, okay, he's dying, all my friends are dying, we're just going to hang out under a hair follicle so you can't get me. So they're very resilient. They're so horrible, and I totally sympathize with everyone out there suffering from skin problems caused by Demodex. Not just Demodex as well. So unfortunately, another reason why you have these high infestations and high numbers is that if you've got a compromised immune, I can't spell today, that is potentially going to make you more susceptible to not just Demodex, but scabies, dust mites, bird mites, springtails. So there's so many other things that love the skin as well. Unfortunately, what we find is, you know, Demodex is one thing, but unfortunately, you become quite a bit of a host to anything else that loves the skin. And, you know, this plays a big role. Your environment also plays a big role as well. Demodex do live off the skin for the bastards. They live off the skin for 52 hours. So there is a high possibility that some people, look, if you have been exposed to, I know a lady was in an in-home hair salon. It wasn't clean, it wasn't hygienic. And she believes from that point in time, she started getting quite severe infestations. So they do live off the skin. They transfer. They are contagious. So they move from their skin to skin contact. So, you know, again, I can't look, unfortunately, we can't look into the past or the future. We've just got to focus on the now. You know, I say to a lot of people I talk to is that, of course, if you've got high infestations, it's going to take longer to treat. If this has been ongoing symptoms of being, you know, you've tried to treat them, like a bit of a timeline. If you've just had if you do have sensitive skin as well, that's another factor. If you are producing more sebum, that's another factor. Like, this is all factors. Your immune system's pretty gone to rubbish. You know, it just makes you, unfortunately, more of a target for more populations. And then you're using all these, you know, harsh chemicals on your skin. Also from our quiz, we ask, you know, how often are you cleaning your skin? I totally understand why people go nuts, obsessively cleaning their skin, but over cleaning, Demodex love that. You know, these are all just factors that may have, you know, aided these populations to grow. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible what they cause. Blepharitis is an absolute just as bad. Optometrists do have a better understanding of them because they can see them more visually on the eye because the skin is so thin as well. So sanding, flaking, anything that you see coming off the skin is essentially could be dead bodies, bacteria, because their bodies themselves, don't know what happened to this guy, he's exploded. Rosacea is another, Demodex rosacea is a real thing. Demodex hair loss, simply because they eat and eat and eat away at your oils that are making our skin grow. So rosacea, again, is a very sensitive skin condition. It's finding, you know, I'm not a skin specialist, but I know I'm a bit of a mite whisperer. We just know how to, you know, our products, everything has been researched and developed. So there's no easy way in treating Demodex. That's for sure. We can treat you for the long term. And I truly believe that anything that's worth doing, worth putting in time, doing the hard work, does get results in the end. So if you haven't looked at our products, you know, a lot of people think with Demodex, they don't go internal. They only, like, you know, they burrow. Yeah, they can feel like they're burrowing, going inside, but they burrow very deep in their hair follicles, so they can't break through to the other side. Good song. So they don't go internal. They don't feed off our organs. So, you know, I know a lot of people try to attack them internally, but essentially, you know, if you've got other things going on, Demodex may also bring up underlying issues. You know, that is out of our league. We know how to treat Demodex. Unfortunately, with compromised immune systems, you could have a plethora of other things going on in your body. So a lot of the time we find that people that saying I've got Demodex, they're like, I've also got a fungal infection, or I've also got other things going on. So it's very complex. Demodex, I feel like they unfortunately target the best people in the world. But we are here to give you a long-term solution. So, you know, if you've had a look at our products is a simple skincare regime. It is a protocol system. We've been at this for a very long time, since 2011, and we've won awards for our PDT. So it is a very simple skincare regime, and the reason why it works is that we kill off the Demodex in these life cycles. It is the only way to effectively get those populations, those numbers down to a manageable level. Everyone's skin is completely different. No two people are the same. If we were, that would be really, really boring world. You know, and I know it's a crazy year this year as well. So I feel like a lot of people are really, you know, you know your body the most. So we know it's not all in your head. It's all on your skin. Your skin always tells you what's going on. So your skin is the biggest indicator, you know yourself, you know your body the most. If you've got creepy crawly sensations, you've probably got skin mites, you've probably got Demodex. So that it is a 4-product. I'm giving a bit of light and texture to this. Our products are, let me fix that up again. Protocol. All right, so our product is a skincare treatment system. Generally from the little quiz, I will probably most likely give you a call and just have a chat. We're not here to tell you to, I'm not here to force anyone to buy anything, but I just know this works. I am treating over 60 customers at the moment, and it's been a really long road for some of them. Other people, it's been really short treatment. High infestations, this is a recommended, takes 3 to 4 months, right? So this has been researched and developed by our R&D team. This is recommended. So there's so much that goes into our products and our care consultancy, because if you've been suffering for 3 to 4 years, it's not going to go away in 2 weeks. It's not going to go away in a month. It may not even go away in 4. But we can assure you, to get these populations, which is like if you've got so many things going on from head to toe, scalp to your feet, it's going to take time, unfortunately. That's just the realistic factor. We're truthful. We don't tell you that we're going to make them all go away, but if we can work towards a manageable level where it's not 1,000 but like 10 coming to the surface of the skin, because that's realistic. A lot of people, I think when it comes to Demodex, I understand you just want them gone, but the biggest part of what you purchase is our protocol system. These 2 products are our sprays, PDT and SDT. They're the ones that do the killing. So to start off with, we do have a lot of different options on our website. But that's part of having a chat to us. And please, jump on our website. There's a live chat feature. Feel free to message us any time of the day. We do have to sleep. Unfortunately, we can't be there all the time. We also have a Demodex support group. as well on Facebook. So if you haven't, please jump on. But essentially, so 3 to 4 months is the recommended treatment time. If you have a severe infestation, I would suggest getting a bundle 1. Right? That's going to get you everything to cover you for this recommended time. You'll essentially get a lot of products, and at the moment we've got 50% off, guys. So this is a really good time to, we know there's a cost involved in our products, but look, I think, you know, you've probably spent thousands of dollars already, but we have a very special deal at the moment. So I really urge you guys to jump on. If you've got a severe infestation, I would really recommend a bundle 1, plus you get 50% off, which is a really good buy at the moment. If you wanted to start off small, I would suggest getting a superior kit because it has both of our sprays. So, so it has the SDT, and PDT. The DDC is a cleanser. The DHT is a hair tonic. So altogether, this is a system. Everything plays a role. The cleanser is used to clean the skin. So if you've been cleaning a lot, if you've been washing your skin a lot and you're doing it day and night, you know, 4 or 5 times a week, also you're shampooing your hair a lot. Demodex love clean skin because the more you clean your skin, the more cleansers are very strong. They're used to clean the skin. So the more you start to clean and cleanse, you actually start to strip your skin's natural oils. So this is about balancing the oils in your skin. Oh, I've got stuff all over the place. So essentially, it's a 4-step protocol. So number 1 is to cleanse, right? Because that needs to remove the bacteria left over from the mites and causing this inflammation of the skin cells. Cleanser. Whoop. That's not very good. I'll do that again. It's called DDC, Demodex Defense Cleanser. So this is all part of our care consultancy. So you only really need to cleanse in general every 2 to 3 days. The cleanser is used first in the shower. All of our products are to be used. The most important thing, and this is why our products work, is that we use it every night. Right? Because, as I said, that's when we can target Demodex effectively. So, the first step is the cleanser. That's terrible. Sorry, guys. Thanks for sticking with me. So the role of the cleanser, as I said, it helps to remove that bacteria as well as balancing the oils in your skin. So essentially our protocol system, we've got to start making your skin a hostile environment for them, but most importantly, being really gentle to your skin, because at the moment it's in trauma. It's probably, you know, if this has been going on for a long time, it's been in trauma for years. So, you know, we care about your skin. We're not here to, like, just give you a cream and go see you later. That's just beep. So number 1 is the cleanser. That goes simply, it's a 2-in-1. So it acts as your shampoo and cleanser. Okay. So, oh, sorry, my spelling is terrible. So that is your 2-in-1. So all you do is jump in the shower. It simply replaces your body wash. You use the cleanser head to toe. You wash it have your normal shower. and get a good lather up. Only cleanse when there are severe signs of dirt, if you've got a bacteria buildup. So every 2 to 3 days is fine. Otherwise, normal water, I know it sounds crazy. Normal water is still getting rid of any bacteria off your skin. So cleanser is the shampoo and cleanser. So that's number 1 in the treatment system. Number 2, if you've got, if you're suffering from really bad hair loss, Demodex hair loss, cleanser. If you're suffering from severe hair loss and scalp irritations, then after you jump out of the shower, the DHT, all our bottles look like that. They all look the same, except for the cleanser obviously has a little pump on the top. The DHT, this is part of, you get a user guide and everything. So you simply apply the DHT to your scalp, and it actually helps to control those populations. So I say to a lot of customers, we've got to lasso them. It helps to control those populations across the scalp. So after you hop out of the shower, on damp skin, all our products should be used on damp skin, because when your skin is damp, your pores are nice and open, which means the products can penetrate deeper into these hair follicles. I'll just do another hair follicle there. So when your pores are nice and open, the sprays can do their job and get in deeper into these hair follicles. And also the DHT is excellent. It's probably one of my favorites. It helps to regrow that hair again. So if you've been suffering hair loss and thinking, I'm just, going bald or losing some hair or alopecia, all that horrible stuff, and trying to use other products to regrow your hair, it simply doesn't work, because there's pests. You're feeding them essentially. So that's why a lot of, you're probably spending a lot of money on treatments that, you're just giving them an expensive meal. Especially, I know a lot of ladies using lovely anti-aging products. There's no point into them because they're eating them. It's food. So the DHT, it's a beautiful product. It helps to regrow your hair again, essentially. I've got so many customers. One at the moment, she's come back from a very severe Demodex infestation of her scalp. She was almost essentially bald, and she's just passed the fourth month, and her hair has fully come back. You can see her hairline has grown back. So, she's stuck with it every single night. That is the most frustrating part of our treatment, because to kill anything off the skin, it's going to have a reaction. So a big part of our treatment is called die-off. So you probably know what that is if you've been trying to self-manage and self-treat, is that the mites will die. And unfortunately, a big part of that is that your symptoms may be enhanced, feel like they're getting worse. But unfortunately, that just means the product is working. So after you apply the DHT, you give yourself a nice little head massage for about 12 minutes, marinate it in, and let it soak in it and do its job. That's when we can go in. This is where the two most important sprays, the SDT and PDT. So that's when we start to hit them. So then these two sprays are interchangeable. The SDT is for more sensitive skin, and PDT is made for skin and also can be used on your environment. Sorry, I'm getting tired. Let's just rub out that guy. So these skin and environment, because we essentially need to target the mites. We need to cocoon your body in essentially products to start killing them, and we also need to target them in your immediate environment. So after the shower, after you do your hair tonic thing, if you're not suffering with hair loss, you can buy our other essential kit or anything with number 2. So, but as a treatment system, you know, I would advise getting an essential kit because that will get you every single one of these products. They all play a role. And then you go in on damp skin while your skin's still quite nice, you know, that nice soft feeling after a shower, while your pores are nice and open. You then spray either this one, SDT, or PDT. SDT if you've got more sensitive skin conditions. So if you've got rosacea, blepharitis, really highly sensitive skin, we recommend starting off with the SDT because it's better to work up to PDT, which is stronger, because this is going to happen die-off, and that's a big part of protocol. But essentially, you just spray the products on your skin. You do that just before you go to bed, and then the products pretty much start doing their job while you're sleeping. Who doesn't love that? So the products stay active for 12 hours on the skin. And over the course of that time, this is going to start to happen. And look, this is unfortunately part of the process. It's the hardest part, but as long we've seen results, have a look on our website, guys, ungexau.com. Have a look at our testimonials. It's not easy. It's certainly not easy, but I can assure you people that have stuck to the protocol, what we say, what you buy is us telling you how to use the products all correctly. You can't expect to be cured in a week. We don't do free samples because it's essentially, you know, it's like medication for your skin, because it takes at least a month for the products to adjust, your skin to adjust to the product, sorry. So, you know, it's not easy at all, but it's a long-term solution so we can get you to a place where the symptoms have severely decreased because we've worked through those generational life cycles. And, you know, unless you're living in a bubble, you're always probably going to have Demodex. We just need to get numbers. We work towards getting those numbers from, you know, 1,000, 10,000, building up over years to, you know, realistic 50 would be nice, right? So yeah, that's pretty much what I always probably talk about on my videos, but you know, guys, it's not an easy road. There's a lot of things to factor in when it comes to Demodex, but jump on, do our quiz. You'll probably get a number, an indication that, you know, all that stuff what I've talked about may have just really aided to those populations and your skin type, your immune system, who you are as a human being, unfortunately. But please jump on ungex.com. I would really recommend please take advantage of our 50% off. It's only valid till 50% off till the 13th in a few days. Get an essential kit. That'll get you all 4 products. If you wanted to start off really, really, really just one product, I would really recommend a PDT. Please don't be scared. I know a lot of people, you know, they get quite wary of how the products will react on your skin. Unfortunately, die-off is part of the process, but we're here to, you know, understand your skin and work around, you know, what your skin can tolerate. So we'd start off, you know, at a dilution. So, you know, and then you can work your way up. But of course, diluting the products just means it might take longer. So, but yeah, guys, please jump on. Please pop in that coupon code 1111, and you'll get 50% off. But if you want to, please, you know, feel free to contact me. Thank you so much for watching all the time. I know I repeat myself a lot. But, you know, it's exciting. We have 50% off at the moment. So I would advise, if anyone's watching, stop using moisturizers. Use coconut oil. Get your bedding sheets and pillows in the sun for at least a few hours a day. That will kill them off your immediate environment. But please feel free to contact me, Care. And my name is Emma. And I'm just going to draw, let's kill the Demodex. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time. I'll be on next week.